The shopping is done. I got all my delicious ingredients. So time to jump back on board. And what could not be perfect than to bake on deck, under the sails. I see you on board. I'm here, right in the middle of the retreat. A little oasis on board the ship where you can just escape and relax. Beautiful place, and a beautiful place to bake a Mediterranean tart. But this is a savory tart. I know it's a bit different than my usual baking, but you know, baking is not just about sweet. And this recipe is very simple. Delicious ingredients, and we are spoiled here in Italy with beautiful vegetables. So first of all, what I did, I griddled some beautiful aubergine and some Halloumi cheese. Chunky slices, a lot of olive oil, and just griddle them on a hot pan. On the side here, still hot and smelling absolutely delicious, I got some red onion, finely sliced, a bit of olive oil, and just reduce very slowly on a low heat, just to get the sugar working. And look at that, it's almost like a chunky marmalade, and sweet. The trick with this one is to cook it very, very slowly on a low heat. So, sliced onion, a little bit of olive oil, and you just release this beautiful sugar. So that's going to go in the bottom of our tart. So for the filling, we're going to go a bit different. We're going to do a ricotta base because we are in Italy and ricotta is Italians. So in my bowl here, I'm going to put some ricotta cheese. Into that, I'm going to break 2 eggs. This time using a whisk, just going to combine them together. One thing I like about Italian eggs is the yolk are so yellow. Pepper. A little bit of salt. Don't get carried away too much with the salt. We're going to add some anchovy later. They are very salty, so you don't want to have the tart too salty. Our filling is done. Take a few seconds. Now time to build our tart. So here I got the pastry shell, who's been bland baked. This is short crust pastry with no sugar. So bland baked, the traditional way. We know it's baked, we know it's lovely and crispy. We're not going to get a soggy bottom on this one. So I'm going to start to put my red onion marmalade on the bottom, just like this, all over. A little bit of the ricotta mixture. I'm just going to spray that all over my red onion. A little bit more. And now for the sexy part of it. I'm just going to layer all the vegetable. I want them to be chunky. I want it to look almost like exotic. I don't want anything regimental because that's not my style. I want to, you know, you just want to dig into that lovely tart when it's baked. Now for the halloumi, so I'm just going to layer that between the aubergines. Again, overlapping a little bit. I got some cherry tomato here, which I just cut in half. And again, I'm just going to squeeze them between all this beautiful griddled aubergine. For me, this is already oozing summer, holidays, great flavor, but let's put some more inside. I got some capers here, baby capers, a tiny little one, and finally, some anchovies. I love anchovies. If you don't like anchovies, if you're not a fan, just lose them, no problem. Just add them like this. Time to put our filling all over. So I'm just gonna fill all the gap. I don't want to cover all our beautiful vegetable. I don't want to lose those lovely griddle marks. And finally, here, another great Italian trademark when it's time for fresh herbs is fresh oregano. So this is it. This is ready to go in the oven, 25 to 30 minutes till it got a lovely color. We know the pastry is already cooked, so we just want to set that filling and give some golden color to that beautiful tart. So I'm going to put that in the oven, and during that time, I'm going to carry on exploring the ship because I'm sure I haven't seen everything on board yet. And this is it. This is a finished product. It's absolutely smells delicious. It's nice and warm, and this is the way you should serve it. Almost piping up straight from the oven. For the finishing touch, we don't need to do much of it. We already got a lot of lovely flavors. So a nice drizzle of extra virgin olive oil all around like this. And because I just love it, a few little stalks of fresh oregano And here we are. This is my Mediterranean tart. You can just slice it on the plate, a little bit of rocket salad on the side with a little drizzle of balsamic vinegar, and this is it. This is a perfect summer lunch, perfect in this beautiful, glorious sunshine here in Venice. Happy baking, and I'm just going to enjoy my tart. Thank you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for even more baking inspiration. So see you for another Baking Mad Monday here on board Ventura in Venice. Happy baking!